Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about the 3D reality, why things look like they're really slow, and why once you saturate your mind and you get to that point of being super close to physically receiving your manifestation, it might seem like it's slowing down and you're not seeing the full movement coming in. It's not a sign to give up. It's actually proof that you're almost there and that you should keep persisting. And today I'm going to talk about why. And hello to any new viewers, welcome to my channel. I'd love if you enjoyed this video if you became a subscriber. I do offer extra coaching and I am a full manifestation coach. So I offer a membership on YouTube. It's literally super easy. You just click the join button below. You can sign up even just for 1 month. You get tons of exclusive content, or sign up for one-to-one coaching if you want extra personalized support. So everything is linked below, right in the video, in the description box. So take a look if you want, and now let's start this video. So your 3D reality is really going to, well, quite often is the case that it's going to destabilize right before your manifestation comes in. Everything can start to shift, and there might be certain elements or just everything that starts to look and feel different. The main thing is that you're going to feel and experience that internal shift within yourself. That's always going to be the key element and the center of everything, because obviously it's you physically experiencing it and physically manifesting this, and the person at the center of your reality. But your 3D reality is going to destabilize before it comes in. So you're going to experience or see things that maybe you wouldn't expect, or you might think, well, this isn't what I would have, ideally hoped my manifestation would look like. But the manifesting process doesn't look like a perfect linear experience. And you have to keep in mind that your subconscious mind is literally bringing in and shifting into a new reality. So if you experience a pause or, a bit of silence, don't take it as being rejected or that you are, don't take it as failure. It's literally like your reality is recalibrating. It's loading, it's reloading, it's literally improving and shifting. So again, it's not going to look linear. It's not going to look that you go from, point A to a better point B to a better point C. It doesn't always look like that. Movement doesn't always have to be visible. The shifts don't have to be literally tangible sometimes. So if you stay persistent and you are close, you will know what I'm talking about. You will know what this experience is like, what it feels like, because your mind and the way you think, the way you feel is literally going to shift alongside that as well. So it might feel like there's silence, but don't take it as failure, or, try not to get triggered by that and start to spiral, because it's not a failure. It just means that things are changing around, things are moving behind the scenes as they're supposed to, the pieces are moving, and it might feel like there's a bit of silence, but that just means that, behind the scenes, there's going to be more movement, and that you could literally receive your manifestation at any moment if you've been persistent. So when you stop reacting to your 3D reality and the old circumstances and essentially the lack of having what you are manifesting now, and then you put your focus on the end result. So looping your affirmations, staying focused, staying consistent, you're saturating your mind, especially your subconscious, with the version of reality you want, saying, this is what I have, this is my reality. You're really saturating that new belief in. Your external reality will start to collapse into the version that you want. So it's not, some catastrophic or scary concept. Like, I think that's more of like a scientific quantum term. But the current reality that you're experiencing begins to collapse into the version that you want. It's literally just energy, particles. It's like a quantum shift, like the reality around you, the circumstances, whatever's going on, it collapses into the version that you want. So it needs to have a bit of time, a bit of a delay because of the 3D reality, which I'm going to get into a little bit later in this video. So you need to be patient and give it time, and know that if it looks like silence or a lack, or, not the visible results coming in just yet, but you have been doing everything correctly, and I mean everything correctly, it is literally about to be yours. You just need to remember and keep in mind that it might not look like this perfect linear experience. Also, part of that is that your old beliefs are dissolving. You need to give a bit of time, like I said, for that 3D delay to take place. The old beliefs are, disintegrating away, and it takes a bit of time. Like, when I say a bit of time, I literally mean like it could be a day, it could be a couple of days, a couple of weeks or something, of literally seeing and experiencing no shift, like literally that's what makes manifesting sometimes seem delusional, but you're literally giving time for the old beliefs to dissolve, to fade away, for the new circumstances, the new, reality and relationships and feelings and thoughts, if it's a specific person, to come in, to fully form and to start to shift naturally, because it's not magic where you click your fingers and overnight everything just suddenly shifts. It happens in its own way. It starts to shift and conform the way it's supposed to. So in quantum terms, it's like the quantum field is catching up. There's that 3D delay where, I love this analogy of you are the fastest runner in the race, in the relay race, and then the 3D reality is always in second place. So the quantum field is catching up. That 3D delay that you might experience, where it's the silence and maybe you had some visible movement, but now you're not seeing the shifts, you're not seeing anything externally, which by the way doesn't matter because it's literally just the 3D reality. But that 3D delay is part of that quantum lag. The quantum field is catching up, the new reality is forming. Like your current reality is, the energy and particles and everything with your current reality is collapsing into that new version because you've put your focus there. Also, it's literally just part of it's the echo of past assumptions. It's literally just part of the old reality. You need to give a little bit of time, a little bit of grace and patience to your physical reality for the old version to fade away, to die out, right? Like everything needs a bit of time to shift. There's very few changes in life that would just suddenly, instantly happen. Things need a bit of time, certain things need to happen. So yeah, just keep in mind that when you're seeing nothing, but you've been feeling really good, you've been motivated, consistent, persisting, it just needs a little extra time. And when you're no longer taking that approach of physically making things happen, where, in normal life, it would be, you have to go out and do certain things, you have to do X, Y, Z to make things happen. You're no longer chasing those results. You're not trying to force things to happen. You're not forcing the changes. So it might seem less instant. You might be getting, obviously less gratification instantly in the moment and results and satisfaction of knowing, okay, I've gone out and done this thing and I've had my response. I've had my reaction, I've had the result. It's like putting your trust in the manifesting process, and that is another part that maybe people struggle with a little bit, but having patience and understanding of how the process will work for you is a key element as well. Whilst you're experiencing this, and when you get to this point, keep in mind, it might seem like it's, kind of stagnant or empty or void, or just it's the stillness. It's this moment of where it's, kind of like the calm before the storm, but like a perfect, beautiful, amazing, safe storm. So literally during that stillness, don't react, don't get triggered, don't spiral, because that's the part where people, I think, can lose faith and trust and get out of that delulu state where you start to think, well, it's not showing me this. Let me think logically. Let me go back to the conscious way of thinking. Let me feed into doubt and safety and, my ego, because it looks like rejection. That stillness, that point in time where it might seem like things have taken a step back, suddenly it's silent and deserted. It's not. During that time, try not to get triggered or react or constantly feed into the external reality. Stay on track with your thoughts, stay focused on your desired outcome, and keep looping your affirmations or whatever method you want to do. As long as you can kind of stay on track, or if it's a mental diet, just, maybe journaling and then writing out scripts, calming yourself down, calming your mind down, whatever method you want to take to stay on track and not, get triggered, or at least understand how to handle it if you do feel triggered. That's a key element. That's going to prevent any slowing down, any kind of sabotaging of the movement, because it is all coming together if you're putting in that effort. It does take quite a stable focus, not perfect. I always remind people of this. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to spend 24/7 on this, but it does take stable focus. So if your attention wavers and you start to spiral, like I said, you spiral and waver and you let yourself think negatively, then it does slow things down a little bit. It does create more of a lag because you've reverted back to the old way of thinking. You've allowed the doubt and the negative thoughts to come into your mind. And because of that, things might waver a little bit. You can't ruin it. You're not going to prevent your manifestation from coming in, but it most likely will slow things down. So really try and avoid checking for proof. You don't need proof, you don't need evidence, you don't need your external reality to confirm to you, oh yes, everything's perfect, look at this, here's the validation, here's the reassurance. Your own mindset does that when it comes to manifesting. So try and, remind yourself and make a habit and intention, not looking externally, not going out looking for proof or evidence or updates. They will come to you. If you're meant to see them, you'll just see them naturally. And that's how you know you're not chasing, you're not in a state of lack. Also remembering that your identity, your inner state, your mindset, your literal subconscious beliefs, all of it is conforming faster than your 3D reality. So your 3D reality can't show things instantly as a reflection, usually, if it's your full manifestation. Obviously, in terms of movement and a bridge of events and positive events, I'm not saying you have to wait super long to see anything positive, but in terms of your full end result, your full manifestation that you're creating, your 3D reality can't catch up as quickly as your internal shifts are happening, right? Because they can happen within seconds. Something can suddenly click for you, the emotions can flood in, you might be able to really connect with what it's like to have that desire. That all happens usually faster than your 3D reality actually reflects back to you. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. And yeah, just essentially remembering that your thoughts are the cause that lead to the result of your 3D reality outcomes, experiences, and circumstances. So it's cause and effect, cause and result, not the other way around where your 3D reality governs, what you think and what you feel, and that's the be all end all. Your mindset is going to dictate what you experience in your 3D reality. So try and remember that it's your thoughts staying on track, you being consistent and persisting, and that there's probably going to be a delay in your 3D reality. That's just the way manifestation operates, and it doesn't mean anything's off track or ruined. So try and stay calm during that process. And yeah, I hope this was a reassuring video for you guys. If you enjoyed, please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time.